Welcome to Home Team Advantage with Mike Egan. I'm Gary Gimbetti, and we're back again a day late usually this time, but you had a nice trip you just went on. And
why do you blame me all the time?
well, because we Friday's supposed to be my free morning, and I had to come here.
Yeah.
But our beloved producer goes around and records all the school stuff going on.
Well, they had that special HEDA meeting this morning, so.
Oh. Well, that's all right too. But he also had that yesterday. He must have had something that he was filming. So
Greenhaven Christmas.
Greenhaven, okay. Yeah.
Got to remember, we're kind of down at the bottom of the totem pole here when it comes to priorities.
That's all right.
Yeah.
But you've got seniority because you've been for longevity. That's
We got longevity.
Yeah, our 8 years.
So, but the kids deserve to have the accolades and stuff. So, and HPAT does a good job of promoting that stuff. So
We're kind of like Gary's World.
yeah,
Wayne's World.
yeah. Dumb and Dumberer. That's what. Yeah, I don't know which one of us is dumb and which one is dumber, but
Well, we do have face for radio.
but hey, we have a lot of high school activities going on now, and now Christmas is coming up. So, and I have to make a correction from the last time we were on the show, but we'll do that as we go along here. So, girls basketball last night played
Well,
crosstown rival or range rival Chisholm.
on the other side of the bridge.
Yep, the other side of the bridge, and it was a frustrating game. Number one, because both teams had layups and both teams were missing layups, and there was 25 fouls called in the first half.
Oof.
I mean, we had girls players, I shall say, almost falling out in the first half of the game. I mean, one of the Hibbings players picked up 3 fouls in 2 minutes. I mean, so she had to sit for most of all of the first half, and then when she came back in the second half, she did very well. She didn't pick up another foul, and she made a difference in the game when she was in there. So, yeah, but both teams were missing layups, and Chisholm takes a lot better care of the ball unfortunately than we do, and we had some silly turnovers, which didn't help the cause, but they did bounce back in the second half, and they were trailing something by 6 with under 2 minutes to go, and they cut it to 4, and they got a ball. They scored, and then they forced a turnover on Chisholm, and they took the ball in, and Gracie Severson hit a 3-pointer with 3 seconds left to make it a 1-point game. But of course, you don't have all you got to do is take the ball out of bounds and not get it in. So time ran out on them. But it's very admirable what they did yesterday. I mean, they haven't won yet, I don't believe, but they're playing tougher, and they're still missing. Tara Hurtling's still out with that ankle, or foot, whatever it is. So when they get her back, they're going to be stronger. And then they brought up an 8th grader and let her play last night, and she handled it okay. I mean, she wasn't spectacular, but she got in there, and if she was nervous, she didn't show it. So, maybe there's something coming. And I've heard the 7th and 8th grade.
They got a good squad down there.
Yeah, so. And I know your granddaughter's a part of that. And I've heard
They lost to Chisholm by 1 too.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that's all right. But the JV did beat Chisholm pretty bad yesterday. So, and this girl they brought in plays on the JV team. So. We don't need. I don't think we need to say names, but no, she's going to be a very good player, and so are some of those younger girls. But that's at the moment now. I mean, you can't look ahead into the future. But
well, at least they doubled up on their scoring from what they've been doing, so that's hopefully a good sign of what's to come.
Yeah, and then Aiken they lost by a point or two, and they scored, and then last night they got their highest point production of the year. So, but they're still missing too many simple shots, I guess, is what I know nothing's simple or easy usually, but when you're under the basket, all you got to do is tap it off the board and put it in. They got to make sure they finish under the basket, and they'll be fine. It's just that was the problem last night because they handled Chisholm's press okay.
Yeah.
I mean, had some turnovers, but Chisholm can do that to you, and I saw him do that to Ely on Monday night when I was over there. So I mean, they did okay, but now they have to learn to finish.
Again, that's that point of a basketball team where you can have that one person can bring the ball up against, because that's what Chisholm's game was. They did it in the 7th and 8th grade game. Full court press everywhere. After
Mhm.
every inbound, out of bound, it didn't make any difference. But if you had one person that could clear the floor and one person bring it up for you,
Yeah,
you had it made.
like we talked about, it's just one or two passes.
Yep.
Get the ball in, pass it across, and then hit somebody breaking up the middle, and you pretty much busted the press. And just don't stop in the corners, because that's where they get you.
Yeah.
That's exactly where they want you to go. So they can double team, and then you have no place to go, especially if you pick up your dribble. So yeah, but no, I was impressed last night with the girls. They did a good job.
Good. Boys program?
Boys, they're 4-1, I believe, on the year. They went down to Target Center on Saturday and played Zimmerman and beat them, I think, 76-60. Which to me, Zimmerman's a 3A school, and they're close to the cities, or are they more closer to St. Cloud?
St. Cloud, I think.
Okay.
Yep.
But still, that's a hotbed of basketball
Oh, yeah.
down there, and they're a 3A school, and I would assume they might be just as big or maybe bigger than us. So to go down there and do that was an achievement, and we'll see.
Yep.
They have Cloquet tonight, so they're going down there. So we'll see how they beat Hermantown already. Now Cloquet's another 7 AAA opponent. So we'll see how they do against the Lumberjacks tonight.
They're 5-1.
Okay, so Cloquet's 5-1, so
They have a big kid too, I think, don't they, in the middle?
they might. I don't remember who they had
Sure.
last year.
Watching the highlights on 13, usually it's always Cloquet or Hermantown or
Yeah.
Duluth. So
Yeah.
one of them's got a big guy in the
They
middle.
might have a big guy in the middle, but we also have a
Big guy.
big guy in the middle.
Yeah.
So it's it kind of evens out there. It
Yeah.
just depends whose big guy is better on what night.
Yeah.
So but they seem to be getting well balanced scoring, and Jack Bottoms is only a sophomore, and he's been lighting it up. So, and I think Ray had the big game the other day with 23 or something. So
Good. Well, they're
yeah,
playing well. They're playing better ball than they have the last year or so.
Well.
Hopefully that'll continue on, and they'll just get better as they get closer to.
well, yeah, we
January,
want to talk
February.
about we want to talk about playoffs. Yeah,
Playoffs? You talking playoffs?
Well, at least when playoffs show up, it's going to be in March, and it's going
Yeah.
to be a lot better weather,
Yeah.
hopefully, than it is now. But
Wasn't that Herm Edwards that did that?
Yeah. playoffs. Girls hockey, I know they had a game. I did not get there because I was at girls basketball.
They got beat last night.
They did. I don't know. Did
Yes.
they? I don't know.
I think they did.
I know they were down 2-1 at one point, but I don't. Otherwise, I didn't hear the score. So
Again, young team.
yes, very young. There's
Hard
a
to-
couple of good seniors. I'll find
Apparently
it
they have-
anyway.
They're having trouble scoring. Like, unfortunately, a lot of
Well,
teams that can't win have that happen. But plus their defense has been a little acceptable, I guess.
Well, that's usually where they hang their hat on, though, is their
Yeah.
defense. So, I mean, and they do all right, and then the goalie is very good. So she gets them all. But they did beat the Falls 8-0. And who did they just? Oh, look here.
And they head down to St. Paul this week, or is it?
Oh yeah, they beat Falls 8-0, and then they lost to Northern Lake, or beat Northern Lakes 4-0 down in Walker, I believe they
Okay.
played. And the score has not been reported to Minnesota Scores yet, so I don't. But they have Rock Ridge coming up on the 21st, which is when?
Next Thursday? No.
Tomorrow. So
Tomorrow.
they're going over there.
What am I thinking? Next Thursday.
First day of winter.
Yes.
First day of winter.
Yeah, then the days start getting longer. Oh, that game's in Hibbing.
Getting
So
colder.
at 2 o'clock. So it's again, we play Rock Ridge at 2 o'clock. And then they play Moose Lake again on the 6th. So they have Moose Lake twice in 3 games. So
That Moose Lake Willow River, they're
yeah,
combined.
Moose Lake area,
Yeah.
they call it. So unfortunately I cannot report a score for that game because I haven't seen one.
I'm sure somebody will call in and let us
Sure, they'll let us know. Boys hockey are 7-2, I believe. They haven't played this week, I don't think, but they do go to Orono tonight, so they're
on the road.
on the road. And Orono is usually a fairly tough team, so we'll see. Good luck to them. That's where getting back to girls basketball. Hibbing does have a 2-day tournament for girls basketball
Correct.
this week,
Yep.
or next
week.
They play, I think Moose Lake Willow River and Hinkley Finlayson are the other two teams that are there. But there's got to be another. Oh, I know I have that.
So is it Finlayson, or what did you say?
Hinkley Finlayson?
Finlayson?
Yeah.
I thought it was Finlayson. Finlayson.
St. Francis, Hinkley Finlayson, and Moose Lake
You sure that's not a vampire? Finlayson.
are the teams. So
Orono is 4-4-2.
okay, yeah, and I'm sure they probably play in a pretty tough area to play hockey. So, but on the 27th, Hibbing will play at 6:30 against Hinkley, and then on the 28th they will play at 4:30 against Moose Lake. So we will not see St. Francis
So that's Saturday,
at
right?
all. No, it's only
20
2 days.
the
It's only
20
27th and the
No, I
28th.
meant 20 Friday and Saturday, right?
Well, yeah, whenever that is. Yeah, I suppose 25.
It's
Yeah,
Wednesday.
yeah, 25th is on Wednesday. So hey, it just takes me
Hey,
a
we're
while.
not that dumb. We can read calendars.
That's true.
What else is special about Wednesday?
Well, it's Christmas.
Oh yeah, humbug.
Yeah. So that.
Hey, just oh
Oh.
my God, was that a duck?
Oh my.
Forgot the silencer.
Yeah, we wanted to put out a public service announcement too. So anybody that gets furniture for Christmas, just call Gary because he's really good at putting it
We
together.
can put it together. We got we started looking at this called Love Sack furniture, where you take it apart.
Oh, love that.
Well, no, it has nothing to do with that. But
Dog sack, baby dog
Is
sack.
that where you can take it apart and make different things out
different
of it?
things out of it.
Wasn't there a song named that?
The Love Shack.
Love Shack.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Ob Shack, and what's it? And Nobody ever
Yeah,
see
so
that film?
if you need your furniture put together, Gary will bring his tool over and he'll put it together for you.
Wow, you guys are something else.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, thank you. Wow, this show's going over the edge today, boy. I'll tell you.
Man.
This is, I don't know if it's,
Like you were on cable.
yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm trying to find the hockey, and I'm not finding the hockey.
I'm sure you are.
Because we do have to,
For the boys?
yeah, for the boys.
Well, I know they're going to the cities, correct?
Well, they go down.
Because there's no Christmas tournament here for either basketball or hockey,
No, that's where
except the girls.
that's where the correction comes in.
Yep.
What do you need?
I'm getting it. But here we go. Okay, so they go to Orono on the 20th, and then on Saturday they face Gentry Academy.
Private school.
And then I heard that they have next weekend. I heard there's games here
Yes,
Cambridge?
for girls, for boys.
for boys.
Okay, well that's not listed here in the schedule that
Okay.
I'm looking at. So they do play a couple of games next weekend here in Hibbing. I don't know if it's a tournament, but it's
I don't think it's
a
a tournament.
couple.
I think
Yeah, it's a couple of
games.
games against if it's Cambridge and then whoever else they're playing.
Delano.
Oh,
And I-
Delano.
yeah.
Okay.
And one of the reasons I heard they don't have the tournament anymore is because they only can play a certain number of games during the year.
You know,
So
yeah, and their schedule's pretty
the
packed
schedule's pretty
already.
packed. Yes.
So, and the girls hockey team goes down to Kaposha next weekend for
Right.
3 days,
South St. Paul.
where they will run into some very good competition.
Right.
So they have their work cut out for them. Wrestling, they have they got to meet today and tomorrow night. Today and tomorrow, can't remember where though. Park Rapids maybe.
Pequot Lakes?
Pequot Lakes, I believe it is. Yes.
PQ.
So, yeah, so they're going down there. I'm sure that's an individual tournament, so we'll see how they do. Alpiners, skiers, they did pretty well.
Yes, was it one?
Their first meet, they were,
Yep.
I think the boys were like second or third, and the girls were third, I believe.
Good.
And they had a couple finishers in the top 10. I'm not going to name names because I don't remember. Getting old. So,
No, they have the Alpine, and do they still have the?
well, there's one
Nordic?
meet. Yeah, well, we don't have Nordic,
Okay,
but
just
they
the
do.
Alpine.
They do have a meet today. They started meet at 12 o'clock
Oh.
at Lutzen, I think, but I'm not sure.
Oh,
So, so good luck to them.
yeah.
I think that's it, isn't it?
Swimming.
Oh yeah, swimming. First dual meet beat Proctor 48-44. That was his really first look at them in a dual meet, and they were swimming tired like most teams are at this point. But Vans he's a magician, I'll tell you, when it comes to training his swimmers. He has his plan and he follows his plan, and they don't give it out very often
No.
what he's trying to do. So
Well, I think that's one of the reasons his program's successful. The kids, they don't know what they expect from day to day, what he's going to do and how they're going to do it, and it's made the program successful and more inviting for kids to come swim. So
and she does a lot of dry land training. And I don't know if the other teams around here do a lot of that or not. I don't know. If they do, congratulations.
Yeah.
But yeah, he works on that. He's working more on power right now instead of, I can't remember if it was power he's working on, except instead of I think maybe stamina right now. So, but they'll get to that point where they are at sections, and
that's two things neither one of us have.
no strength or power or stamina. So I think that does it for that. The college is on break now, so they don't play again until the end of December. So we have don't have anything to talk about there. I guess we can get to the pros, and the Timberwolves last night took one in.
They didn't take it. They got manhandled.
It's amazing that they got beat by the Knicks that bad.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. 133 to something.
Cat returned and had over 30. Yeah, at one point they were down 34 points in the third quarter. And Cat came back and lit them up for 33, 34 points, and they look awful.
No.
I mean, they're just not playing as a team. I don't know what they're going to do to correct it, but as I mentioned before the show, those two dudes they got from New York sure haven't impressed me.
I know, yeah. I don't think DiVincenzo he's hit threes, but I don't know if he's on a pace to hit as many as he hit last year, which was like 287 of them or something. And Randall's definitely good. He's definitely a bully when he gets the ball in the paint, and he can score in the paint. But I don't know. I mean, it's when you got a guy like him and you got a guy like Edwards who both want the ball. I don't know how, and there's certainly enough shots to go around. It's not like they're not getting their shots, but you have to move the ball, get the best look. And I don't know. I didn't watch the game, and
Well, I think one of the things that hurt them this year, last year they made threes. This year they haven't made, they don't make as many as they used to.
yeah, well, that's a big key right there. That was actually, again, going back to girls basketball, that was the key last night. Chisholm made more threes than we did, and that's why they came out on top. I think we had 2. They might have hit 5, 6. So, if you don't hit your threes and the team comes down, even if they score a deuce on you, that's a swing of 5 and 6 points.
To me, that's been the death of basketball.
Mm.
I don't mind the shot clock. I think that's a great idea. But the 3-point, never should have implemented that into the basketball. It's ruined the pro game.
No. Yeah, because that's all they want to do. They pass up layups to get the ball out to the
Shoot threes.
shoot threes.
Yeah.
But they say it's an advantage if you get a 3 is more than a 2. Well,
Yeah, but it makes the game less interesting too. So,
you have to make your threes, and it's a low percentage shot.
yep.
I mean, come on, you can make 8 out of 10 and underneath the basket, but you can make
1 out of 10.
3 out of 10, 2 out of 10 from 24 feet away. Yeah, I don't know. It's
The reason I say that, Gary, and I think we've talked about this, is it's just taken away the whole team aspect of playing basketball. They don't have set play. They just dribble around and wait for somebody to shoot a 3. And then none of them rebound.
yeah.
And none of them follow their shot. They just stand there and look at it. Oh, I missed another one. Yeah, there goes my $30 million a year.
That's probably 30,000 a shot.
Yeah.
Every time you take a shot, you got $30,000 in your pocket.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. It's
Wild are having tough times.
yeah, too many guys hurt.
Everybody's hurt.
I don't know why these guys. I get it's hockey and it's tough, but well, Faber took a puck to the throat, I think, the other day. So I don't know. I haven't heard about him lately, so I don't know if he's going to be out. Eric
Kaprizov's
Sinek is out.
Yeah, Kaprizov playing, but boy, he getting whacked around.
Oh.
He took a couple of shots the other night, couple elbows to the, and they didn't call it.
Yeah,
as
of course.
usual.
Yeah, that's why they have rules.
Yeah.
So you call that stuff.
But again, they have no enforcer again.
No, but that they're going away from that. I've even heard them say on the net even like on FanDuel Sports Network with LaPanta and Ryan Carter. They talked about that, and they're just going away from that. You don't want somebody like that on your team because they don't score.
I'm not saying you want a goon, but you got to have somebody that can stick up for the little guys, and that's all the Wild have are little guys.
Well, Foligno does a pretty good job of that.
Yeah.
He's decently doing his job protecting guys, but yeah. I mean, he looked like he knocked a guy out the other day, but after they showed the replay, he missed. That guy's lucky he missed him
Yeah.
because he would have knocked him out if he could have hit him with that punch.
I agree. The Willie Pletts of the world and who are the other bigger guys that used to be just fighters.
Well, Dave Semenko and
Yeah.
the guys back. That was
One guy that played for the Wild, but he ended up getting so many concussions from getting beat up.
Bugard.
Bugard, yeah. Yeah,
It's an unfortunate story for him, I'll tell you.
What do we got? Twins might have a buyer.
Okay, you know more about that than I do.
The gentleman that owns the Phoenix Suns, him and his partner are looking at possibly purchasing they have the Twins at $1.2 billion value, and these guys are like $20 billion.
Oh,
So,
well,
I think they can afford it.
yeah, and it's. But I don't know if the winter meetings are done
I don't think they've had them yet.
or not, or I don't know. They usually have them in December.
Yeah.
But there's been a lot of trades going on, and unfortunately, the Wild aren't involved with any of those trades, or the Twins, I mean, aren't available.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, no, we don't want the Wild available making Twins trades, but
They might do a better job.
well, you never know. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hope they do something. I mean, they have to get new owners who want to up the payroll by $25 to $30 million, I guess. But
Well, the only teams that are doing any trading are the teams that do all the time. That's the Yankees and the Dodgers because they have the money to do it.
yeah, and the Yankees lost Juan Soto,
Yeah. what a
and they
country.
picked up Cody Bellinger.
Yep.
So I mean, I don't know if that's
They picked up a pitcher the other day too. I think the Yankees did.
more than likely
So
because their pitching was so good, and they need a defense is what they need. You know what the Twins need to do is they need to get that Pete Alonso from the Mets to play first base.
Yeah.
I don't know if Santana's coming back or not. If he is, great, because he had a great year last year. But you haven't heard much out of the Twins territory,
No.
or Twins camp, since the season ended.
and then their right fielder, did he get?
Haven't heard.
I haven't heard that. I don't know if he signed with anybody else or.
No, I don't even know if free agents are signing yet. Maybe
No.
they are. I haven't seen or heard anything, but there's players are signing, but I think they're staying with teams
Okay.
more than they're coming in as free agents. But I could be wrong there. I'm not going to say I'm right because I don't know that for a fact.
Only 2 months to go.
Well, yeah, in February
training.
they start again.
Well,
Vikings.
Oh boy.
They're favored.
Well, 12-2.
Yeah.
I mean, what more can you ask for? They're in the playoffs.
Before we get into that, how about last night? What was it? A 63-yard free kick for.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, they got 3 points out of it.
Oh. So he.
And San Diego won the game.
Oh.
So
So he bounced the ball on the ground and kicked it.
I think they were allowed to hold it,
Oh.
or maybe he did bounce. I didn't see it. I just heard that. They
Well,
said
unless
they
he
had
kicked a 63-yard field goal.
it was a free kick.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, I'll have to go and check that out.
yeah, first time since 1930 something
Oh.
somebody's done it. So, anyways, the Minnesota Vikings. If they win out, they got a chance to get the number 1 seed, and then they'll blow it in the playoffs.
Is it? Yeah. That's typical Minnesota thinking, of course.
Yep.
And it's not out of the realm of possibility.
I know we don't have a lot of time left, but next year, do you sign Darnold to a big contract, or you let him go, or has our coach proven that he can work with any quarterback to be successful? Because they got what's his name from New York standing on the sidelines. They got J.J. McCarthy, who could learn from the New York. I can't think of his name.
Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones, who's actually a pretty good quarterback if he's got the right team to work
Wow.
with, which Darnold did because the success he's had this year.
Well, if you're going to sign anybody, you sign Kevin O'Connell to his an
Yep.
extension.
Well, he just got an $800,000 bonus or something.
So
from
I
him.
mean, that's who you got to take care of.
Yeah.
And that, but yeah, hopefully they beat Seattle, and then they have Green Bay
At home.
at
at home,
and then Detroit away.
and Detroit. Would that be it?
Yeah, Detroit.
Yeah,
the
3
game could be
games.
the deciding factor whether or not they
Yeah.
get.
And Detroit's injuries are just mounting
Mounting.
on defense.
Yeah. So,
So, well, hey, we come at the end of another show.
hey, Merry Christmas
Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to Ron. Merry
we
Christmas
say
to all
that?
you out there. Yes, we can say that.
or Happy Holidays,
And
Happy New Year.
for Mike Egan, I'm Gary Gimbetti. We'll see you again on Home Team Advantage.
For over 25 years, U.S. Bank, located at 211 East Howard Street in Hibbing, Minnesota, has provided office and studio space for Hibbing Public Access Television. We are thankful for their ongoing support. Up North Lettering specializes in embroidery and heat vinyl press applications, along with patches and letter jackets. For more information, call them at 218-966-7850. HPAT would like to thank them for their donation and support. HPAT thanks Premier Fitness at the Lux for their donation and support. They welcome individual and family memberships. To learn more, call them at 218-440-1191. Hibbing Public Access TV may be viewed on these platforms: hpat.org with video on demand, Mediacom Hibbing 802, 805, and 807. On Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Download the Hibbing Public Access TV app for your iPhone and Android devices. Find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Vimeo. For more information, scan the QR code and go to hpat.org.